All right, are you ready? We're going to get started now, and we're going to show you how to determine the best-selling items from around your home. First, keep in mind that almost everything sells on eBay. I've sold thousands of ordinary household items on eBay over the last 14 years, and a lot of these ordinary household items came from storage auctions. If you've ever seen the TV show Storage Wars, you know that you find all kinds of ordinary household items, and occasionally you find some interesting treasures as well. Well, I did a lot of storage auctions in my day, and I've sold tons and tons of ordinary household items, and I was shocked that these items actually sell, and they sell well on eBay. Now, if you're not concerned with how much you get for the items, you can simply use the auction format to move them fast. And when you do this, you basically start an auction at a very low price, like 99 cents or $1.99, or even $9.95, and let the auction go and let it reach its high point on its own. This way, you are guaranteed that the item will sell because you're letting the market set the price and you're letting it reach whatever level it reaches. So when you set an auction format and you start with a very low initial auction bid, you can sell just about anything on eBay. Now, we're going to talk about how to determine the best-selling items around your home. So let's talk about the concept of pre-sale research. Pre-sale research is what I call the research you do on completed listings on eBay. This allows you to know which similar items have sold for on eBay in the last 15 days. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a search on eBay, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a second. I'm actually going to walk you through the process. You're going to do a search on eBay by completed listings. When you do this type of search, eBay will only show you the listings that have already been completed and have already actually sold. When you look at this data, you're actually determining, okay, what has this item sold for in the recent past, typically the last 15 days or so. And when you do that, it's like having your own price guide. eBay is sharing with you their actual sales data, and they're sharing with you exactly how much that particular item has sold for recently. By knowing that, it gives you a ton of information that you can really benefit from by either determining whether to sell your item as an auction or as a buy it now, or even how to price your item as well. It also lets you know what type of demand there is for an item, and I'll walk you through a demo in a second. So this makes eBay your very own price guide, and it's one of the most exciting things about eBay is that you now have access to pricing information on just about any item you can imagine. Next, let's take a look at how to actually do pre-sale research. I'm going to walk you through and actually go onto the eBay site and show you how to do this next. Okay, so let's do this demo right on eBay. I'm using one of my seller accounts. I actually have 3 different accounts on eBay, and so I'm using one of my least used accounts because I'm concerned about privacy, of course. But let's go and type in the name of a product. I'm going to use this product, which I've made a lot of money on, by the way, on eBay with. And I'm going to use this product because I'm very familiar with it. It's called Supreme 90-Day Workout. It's a set of DVDs that are fitness DVDs. So we're going to just type that into the search bar there. And as you can see, these come up. Now these are current listings. In other words, as you can see here, there's 7 hours left on this one. This one is a buy it now listing, so that's why it doesn't have an amount of time left, because it's a buy it now. In fact, let me click on that one. It says new listing, and it's showing $27 or make offer. So here's what it looks like. Get ripped in 90 days, Supreme 90-day system. Like I said, I've sold a ton of these on eBay, made a lot of money with them. Primarily because I found a lot of them at local flea markets. And I'll share that with you a little later. So here's a standard listing. It's $27. eBay even gives you this helpful little tip that two are being viewed per hour. I'm going to click back and continue our look at the search results, the eBay search results. Let's click back one more time. Let's try this. Okay. So here's the standard search results. If you type something in and you click search, this is what you're going to get. Now, over here, you can sort by best match, and this is just saying, hey, eBay, give me your best match on this search term. And they have an algorithm that they use for that. We're not going to get into that. But you can also search by time ending soonest. So if you want to find the items that are about to close, where the auctions are about to close really soon, you can click that. Or newly listed. So if you want to find buy it now items that you can buy right away and they just listed them, maybe they mislisted them or they listed them for too low of a price and you can grab it right away, that's what you could do there. Price plus shipping, lowest first. Price plus shipping, highest first. Price, highest first, or distance, nearest first. All right. Let me walk through this and just show you, scroll through and see that this is a buy it now at $39.88. This is a buy it now at $27. This is an auction that's at $9.50 right now, but it still has 7 hours left. This is a buy it now with an auction. So it's starting at $15 opening bid, and it also has the option to buy it now at $30. 4 days, 3 hours left on the auction. This is just flat out buy it now for 35 bucks, buy it now for $29.99, buy it now for $58.95. Notice that there's a pretty wide range of pricing on these, right? And then this is an individual disc. So here's what you want to do. You want to go over here on the left side where it says completed listings. Now I'm going to scroll from the top so that you know where to look for it. So here's the very top, and you want to scroll down. We have condition, price, format, item location, delivery options, show only. This is where you want to go. Show only. Click on that button that says completed listings. Okay, it's loading. You'll notice that you have a similar set of search results, but now the dollar prices are in green or in black, or in some cases, nope, I don't see any in red. All right, so what you'll see is green or black. Now, here's where we start to do our pricing research. Now we know that this particular one sold for $20. When it's in green, it means it actually sold for that amount on that date. Okay? So here's another one in green. It sold for $19.50 on that date. This one is $29.99. It did not sell. Let me click on that to show you this. As you can see here, it says over here, the listing has ended. The seller has relisted this item or one like this. So that means this item did not sell for $29.99. Let me click back. This one sold for $39.88. This one did not sell for $59.99. This one sold for $28.95. This one sold for $59.49. Wow, you know, it's interesting that the same product sold for almost double here than it did here. What's the difference? Well, what you might want to do is study this person's listing and see what they did differently compared to this person and most other people. You know, maybe it's the day of the week that they ended their listing on. Maybe they offered free shipping. Maybe their title was different, you know. And this is how you can learn a lot by actually doing this pre-sale research. This is just a single disc, sold for $9.57. This person did not sell this set for $99.95. And they tried to do some kind of a, you know, trickery here, saying 50% off. They tried to list it for $199.90 and then mark it down using the markdown manager, etc. So I just want to kind of give you a sense of what's going on here when you're doing a completed listing search. Once you've clicked on that completed listing search right here, and you clicked on that that little tag there, you can also go over here and sort by highest price first. Okay, click on that. And now it's going to go in descending order. So now you're going to go, okay, this is the highest priced one that's sold. It's sold for $99.95. Here's that one. It looks like the same one, right? Where they kind of artificially priced it at $199.90, and then they knocked 50% off using eBay's markdown manager, and it actually sold for $99.95. So maybe there's an interesting strategy there. This one did not sell for that amount. This one did not sell, did not sell, did not sell, did not sell, did not sell. So evidently they're trying this a lot, but not succeeding very well. See, this tells you a lot, right, about the market and how to sell these products. You're also getting a sense of the demand for this item at this price point. Not much, right? Not much demand at the $99.95 price point. Now, let's look at this one did sell. This one sold for $74.95. And there's a price that worked okay. These didn't sell for that amount. As you keep scrolling down, you're going to see more and more green prices, which means that that's what the item sold for, and that's going to give you a better sense of what this item is actually worth. So here you have a whole scale from $99.95 all the way down to maybe $10 where this item has actually sold, and you can get a sense of where the perfect price point is by just doing this research. Here it is at $59.49, $54.95, interesting prices, $49.99. And if we keep going, you'll see a lot more green prices in this range: 47, 42, 41, 39, 34, etc. Go on to page 2, and let's look there. 32.99, 31, 30, etc., etc. Okay, this is valuable data, because with one glance you can actually tell right away what an item is worth, give or take a few dollars, right? So we're seeing that the sweet spot for this item is in the $28, $25, $27 range. All of these are green. All of these have sold. There's a few $24.95 here that haven't sold, and it could be that the item maybe was used, and people didn't want the used version, so they wanted the new version. It could be any number of things. Could be that they were missing a disc or whatnot. So there you go. Here's how you do your pre-sale research. Here's how you get a sense of what this item is worth. And by the way, notice that some of these are selling for $19.99. You could literally buy this item for $19.99 on eBay and then resell it by using the best ways to sell this item, maybe studying some of these top people and mimicking their style of creating the listing and mimicking everything that they do, and you could turn a $19.95 product into a $99.95 product. Apparently some people are doing it. More likely you're going to turn that $19.95 product into a $49.99 product or a $38 product, right? But by doing this pre-sale research, man, there's so much valuable information you have access to, and you get the whole spectrum of how these items are priced and where the demand is, in the price range. Where is the most demand for this product? It's not in the $99.95 range. As we can see here, one sold, and then we have, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, let me count these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 that didn't sell, and then one more that did sell. So out of 12 priced at $99.95, only 2 sold and 10 did not sell. That tells you a lot right there. It tells you where the price point is. It tells you that every once in a while you might get lucky and sell one for $99.95, but if you're smart, you'll list them at anywhere between $27 and $49.95 to get into that price point where people are really actively buying and willing to pay for that item. This is a whole lesson in itself. I mean, it's very, very valuable information, knowing how to choose these prices. Very, very powerful. So let's go back to our presentation, and I want to share with you a few other things about this pre-sale research. Okay, now here's a technique for finding only the items that have sold. Let me walk you through that process real simply and show you where you can only look at the items that have sold, and that way you remove all the stuff that hasn't sold. It's a good way to get better data and to really be able to improve your listings as well. Okay, so here we are back on eBay, and again we're at the top, so we're going to scroll down. And if you just want to look at the sold listings, eBay has now made it very easy. We used to have to go through some hoops to get this information, but now you can just click on sold listings. So let's unclick completed listings, scroll back down, and then click sold listings, and eBay will show us only prices in green. So now we can see that there are, again, as we said, 2 at $99.95 that actually sold. But see, this doesn't give us that other important data. This doesn't tell us that there were 10 that didn't sell at this price. Okay? But if you are looking at only the sold listings, you'll see here how it goes very quickly from $99.95, very quickly goes down, $74.95, $69, $49, $47, and you'll start to see bunches and clumps of prices where you know you can sell this item. So here we go, 42, 39, 35, 34. And when you start seeing a lot of this item sold in one particular price area or price range, that's the sweet spot. That's where you need to price your item to sell it quickly. Because let me tell you, we're not in the museum business. We don't want stuff to just show on the internet and never sell. We want to actually sell it very quickly. The sooner we can sell it, the sooner we can take that money and reinvest it in other high profit products as well. And that's kind of the theory, the idea behind eBay is don't put stuff up that you're going to list at a very high price and hope it sells someday. The idea is quickly sell it, move on, get more items and sell those quickly, and that way you've got a big through flow of cash flow coming through. So here you go, as we can see, $28.95, $20.50. So based on the information that you see here, you're seeing that the price point is, the heavy duty price point is in the $20 to $29 range. Okay, here's page 2 of the only the sold items. So notice we only have 2 pages now to look at. Here's $20, $20, $20, $19.99. You could literally make a business out of just buying these up for $15.99 or for $16 or for $19 and selling them for double, right? Selling them for 40 bucks. You could have a business doing that. And I've done this. I've bought mislisted items, specifically this item, and doubled and tripled my money very, very easily. So you can do the same thing. I'm actually sharing with you one of the items that I've actually made a ton of money in. I mean, I'm talking thousands upon thousands of dollars just selling this particular item here. So it's very exciting. I wanted to share that with you. This is really the foundational bit of information you need before we get going into selling your items from home, selling those $3,100 worth of unused items. You know, things that you and I wouldn't think we could sell on eBay. Let me tell you something, they're going to sell for a lot more on eBay than you could get at a yard sale. So before you even consider the idea of doing a yard sale, and by the way, that's a lot of work anyway, seriously consider and start doing some pricing research like we're showing you here on just some basic household items. Things you wouldn't even think you could sell on eBay, you can sell them on eBay. I've sold things like electric can openers. I could list the things, but it's just amazing how many just plain simple household items there are that you can list and sell on eBay. So let's move on to the next section here. Hold on one second. And next we're going to talk about how do you decide when to list an item as an auction or as a buy it now.